Hello, everybody. I hope that you're doing well as best as you can, and welcome to another video. Today, I want to tell you to fail fast. Be the one that goes with almost zero hesitation after calculating some kind of risk. And if there is a very little downside to this risk, you want to go there. You want to do it immediately with no hesitation, with no doubt. And I was not the person that would be a risk taker, or that would be like the one that wouldn't have like eight different plans and eight different diaries just so that I know, like, this is for the calendar, this is for my own thought, this is a diary for my affirmations, so that I have everything organized and I can procrastinate in a very productive sense. This is what I was doing. And it really didn't save me any of the time, and it didn't save me anything basically. Because what it did was mainly waste my time that could have been potentially allocated way more meaningfully, meaning into failing, into literally like going out there and just trying things. And yeah, that's it. And then um it's just the hesitation part, it's just the procrastination that feels so productive. And I remember that there would be so many memes, mainly when I would be in my university or on high school. We would be literally joking about this, and I don't know if that's okay. Like, I don't like it right now. When I'm thinking back, I'm like, god damn, I don't know, like, if this was, it wasn't healthy at all. It wasn't like a healthy approach and perspective on how to do things. But university and high school, that's like, it's okay. But if we really want to get somewhere, and if we want to get serious about things, well, we want to fail seriously. Maybe, I don't know, in my circle, failure has, like, it starts to be part of the process, and it starts to not be seen as something to avoid, as like a end of the world, I would say. And as I would be this kind of person, like, planning, and then, oh, we have to change something, so we're gonna redo the plan. And so that we don't actually do the thing, but we're doing the plan, you know? It's not doing the thing. It's just like, if you're not doing the thing, you're not doing the thing. Like, how simple is this? It's even like embarrassing to say it out loud. But yeah, and I would be this person that would be always trying to write things down so that we have everything written down. Still, I would forget something. And one time when I would be starting to do more inner work, and starting to basically explore what are the possibilities of life, what is my potential, I would be more and more like pressured to do things, like to actually do them. And it was super uncomfortable. Why? Because almost everything failed. I remember that when I would be younger, I was trying to build like maybe one online business per 2 months. And I remember one business was literally, I built it through night. I stayed up the whole night, and I would build a e-shop. And in the morning it was ready. Like, it was ready, and no one bought anything. So, these are the failures that right now, I mean, I was completely devastated at that moment. I was super tired. I was like, I was feeling that I'm going crazy a little bit, because like, I've been doing so many things. So this time, this is the one, right? This is the winner, the one that is, that led me here. Finally, yes. And then it would fail again. So it was very demotivating, and it didn't feel good. Like, failure at that time didn't feel good at all. It felt like being rejected by people. It felt like being, like, I didn't tell almost anyone that I've been doing this. So it didn't really, like, the sense of embarrassment didn't really add on to it, but it can also be a huge factor for some people to avoid, just because they would be seen differently. Um, that would be like a huge thing for some people, definitely. Some people might do even, it's like it's not that huge, but it would be huge for them, like that they're not really speaking up, they're not really speaking on meetings, for example, because once, in front of a boss or in front of some authority, they have already created this status, this image in the boss's head, as they think that the boss is thinking about them, and they think that the boss is already thinking about them a certain way. So they don't want to kind of mess it up. So they would rather stay silent and then create these, uncomfortable situations, such as not really, expressing themselves, or not really being this mysterious person in a meeting, which is sometimes it's good, but if it's all the time, just so that you would save your reputation in your boss's perception, even though you have no idea what he thinks about you. Um, that's like, it's not really giving you any service. So I would say that this is also a huge thing, that people just are stopping themselves and avoiding certain actions so that they wouldn't lose what they have built already. And I feel that this is a huge lie in the brain, and not in their brain, it was also in my brain. Because, like, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean if you fail? Like, and like, like, who says that you failed? I mean, of course, like, if you create an e-shop and no one buys, we can really argue that you have won or anything, but you might have won. You have just created e-shop. I mean, how cool is that? You have just had this idea, and you stayed all night, in my case maybe, or I've created also in days, like, the e-shops in the daylight. So, you have this idea and you are acting on it. Isn't that already a win? This is like those little tiny wins. These are the experience that you need in order to then deserve what you really deserve. But first, you need to be schooled by these failures. First, you need to be this person, this punching bag that just holds. Because then let's say that, I don't know, that your skin would get harder. And so the punches wouldn't be that painful anymore. And you would get resistant. And this is exactly what happens. And you have to build resistance. If you're building something, and if you want to build something that is meaningful to you, it's not going to be easy. Like, it's never easy. Like, I don't know where people got this idea that, I don't know, that Miley Cyrus all of a sudden became a Hannah Montana, or that Elon Musk all of a sudden became a billionaire, or that modeling is just being pretty. Like, I don't understand, but it's okay that I don't understand that they, perceive it like that. It's okay. It's okay. It's just the, like, we're gonna state the fact that it's everything has so much sacrifice if it's worth it, because it wouldn't have this much sacrifice if it wasn't worth it. It's like, literally, like, we can see that so many things come down into very simple messages and into very simple terms. And the thing with failing, and failing fast, especially failing fast, is the thing that you get super quickly feedback. Like, I got feedback within 2 months that I don't want to do e-shops. I got feedback like that, and I was like, okay, done. I'm gonna, look for something else. And there is another thing when you are avoiding versus when you really deeply know that this type of business, or this type of relationship, or this type of country isn't aligned with you. You know where to live and blah blah blah. And but that's another topic. What I'm talking here is fail and try. That means, like, try as much as you can, as quickly as you can, with conviction that this is the right direction. That's what you have to do. You have to make sure that you're going in the right direction, at least for the moment, because for the moment it's the right direction. And see, I didn't, end up being any who's selling like t-shirts through their own brands, but I have learned so much and I've tried it. I love this idea of just putting my own ideas on t-shirts. I just loved it. I just loved it, and I still love it, honestly. But it wasn't really aligned with me, and so I pivoted. Or it doesn't have to be like in a business. It can be with people. With people, you get the best feedback. Like, let's say you wanna get to know someone. Well, so you better talk to him or talk to her. And I don't know what is your intention, whether it would be a friendship or romantic relationship, or if it would be, I don't know, like a lead, or if it would be a connection that might be, useful in the future. You just want to get up and show up mainly for yourself to that person, to just show up and say, look, I'm really interested in this. This is really important for me, and you're just gonna be honest, and the honesty gets you the furthest to the place where you should be, where you are destined to be. It's very simple, but it's not easy at all to do it. And I was wondering why. I was wondering, why is it so impossible almost to know everything about the fact that like failure is the part of the process. It's actually just a sign that you're trying. It is amazing, actually. It should be celebrated. And if you want to get into extremes, you want to like log, and you want to track your failures as well as your achievements, because failure means effort. Failure means that, oh, I did something. I just, stood up. I didn't just stay in my head. I wasn't overthinking it. I freaking stood up and I went there and I tried it and I failed. And what? Like, I love the quote from Tony Robbins. Let me find it. Yes, I got it. So the quote goes like this: no matter how many mistakes you make or how slow you progress, you are still way ahead of everyone who isn't trying. I love this. It's it says everything. Like, if you are failing, that means that you are doing and you are becoming, mainly, that's another thing I want to mention, way more than someone who is sitting in their freaking chair, chewing on chips, playing PlayStation, not giving a damn about being better tomorrow. And there are many people like that. And about who you're gonna become, basically, that's the most important part. At the end, when it comes to success, it's not really about the money. Because when you are successful, you understand that it's no longer about the money. Like, it was never about it. It was mainly about who you're going to become throughout the process of getting to that, vision. And so, what that means is you really want to acknowledge with each failure that there is a little brick that comes into your wall of your character. And that is what matters. And so that's why I really encourage you and I want to offer you to fail fast. And there is another thing with failing fast and nervous system. Get out, get show up, in front of people, tell your name into other people's faces, be honest, what you're interested in, why is it important to you, how he can benefit, of course, but be out there, because exposure plus repetition and plus persistence, like, the reality has no other option than catch up with the success that you deserve, because the people that show up, they deserve it. I love this scene from, I don't know, it was like an interview, or I don't know, there was just a audience and there was a guy, maybe it was some kind of workshop, most likely, and he held like $100 in his hand, and he said something that would trigger most of the people just to think about it, like, Do you think that you could get this $50? Like do you think that you can get it? And the people, or something like that, and people just started to think about ways how to get this $50. And there was one lady that just stood up and just went to the guy and took this $50, and he just gave it to her, because this is literally like, it was so simple. And this is what I just love about any kind of transformation or any kind of solution, because usually it is this simple, but it is that simple, it is just too simple for us to even consider it trying, you know. And so this is what I just love so much about the action of the lady. You know, she was like, well, he is holding the $50, he is asking me or the audience, like, how can we take this $50? I'm just gonna like take it, no? Like, what do you mean? And so that's exactly what the kind of attitude and the approach that you really want to have in life. And you try it for the first 7 days after watching this video, and you come back and write down in the comments what it did. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. There's so many more topics and branches that I would like to elaborate when it comes to failing. But yeah, like, failure, remember that failure is a proof that you tried and is a proof of effort, and it is building you. Every failure is, and every achievement as well, but most importantly, every failure is 100% um, putting each brick into the wall of character. And remember that during the process, it doesn't matter how much you're gonna make, how, you know, how famous you're gonna be, or how likable you're gonna be. It always, well, how likable that's gonna be connotated with your character. It all comes down to who you become during achieving that goal, and during, like, enduring all these failures and all the obstacles that they're gonna be there. But it's a test if you're just interested or truly committed. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Stay awesome. See you very soon. Bye.